Top 10 Most Expensive Cars in the World. Cars that cost hundreds of thousands of dollars are more than just price tags. They are works of art, meticulously crafted testaments to their makers, and they provide awe-inspiring examples of what we can achieve if we put our minds to it. Kicking off our list with the number 10, McLaren Elva, price, $1.7 million. The Elva is a 2,640-pound speedster tuned to 804 horsepower for the ultimate track toy experience. It's also an Ultimate Series model from Woking you can't have without a windshield in America, which partly explains why sales have been so slow since its announcement. In other markets, the Elva uses an air curtain to keep your hairdo at bay, yet you may want to keep your helmet close by with this one. The Elva can land at your home for under $2 million, which is a true bargain compared to the freshly launched McLaren Sabre. 9. Mercedes-AMG 1 price, $2,700,000. Though the production of this car has been delayed for several months, it's back on track. Project 1, as AMG engineers refer to it, is a go. The long-anticipated 2021 Mercedes-AMG 1 will be a 1000 HP F1-derived plug-in hybrid drivetrain with an exceedingly quiet road presence. That's the entire point of this hypercar, road presence. This vehicle's built to mimic Formula One cars, but in a completely street-legal way. Ever since Formula One had its first inaugural season in 1950, people have been searching for a way to bring that tech to the streets. With the AMG 1, drivers who can afford to do so, can, and, now, with a sustainable hybrid model. According to the Mercedes website, the claimed acceleration for this car is 0 to 200 km per hour, or 0 to 120 miles per hour, in 6 seconds. A 1.6-L V6 hybrid petrol and 4 electric motors allow the AMG 1 a top speed of more than 350 km per hour, 217 miles per hour. 8. Koenigsegg Jesko price, $3 million. In a stark leap upward from Ferrari's Stradale, but, don't worry, this won't be the last Ferrari we see. The Jesko is our first expensive hypercar that goes for 7 figures. From a performance aspect, this makes sense. The Koenigsegg Jesko is also one of the fastest supercars in the world in 2021, which definitely goes a long way towards its sticker price. Swedish auto manufacturer Koenigsegg dreamt up the Jesko as a suitable successor to its groundbreaking Agera RS. An engine update, a lighter frame, and a surprising amount of comfortable add-ins make this a car that's not only lightning fast, it's fun to drive. Its engine is an overwhelmingly powerful 1280 HP V8, its 9-speed transmission is completely bespoke, built in-house by Koenigsegg to be as quick-shifting as they come. The rear-wheel steering this car boasts helps with managing downforce and drag, so, even though this is a powerful car, the driver is in control at all times. The Jesko Absolute reaches a top speed of 330 miles per hour, or 531 kilometers per hour. As of now, we're still left to wonder about the breathtaking acceleration stats this powerful car must produce. 7. Gordon Murray T.50 price, $3,080,000. In honor of Gordon Murray, the engineer of the McLaren F1, Gordon Murray Automotive will build 100 road cars and 25 track-only vehicles for this anniversary hypercar. Billed by many as the last great analog supercar, the T.50 is built in an effort to help Gordon Murray invest in his brand. It will also serve as an intended capstone, according to Murray, who has described the upcoming T.50 as a bookend to the story of ultra-fast internal combustion cars. Indeed, many auto houses are focusing on electric models, hybrids, and other sustainable initiatives. Murray is acknowledging this by going out for one final hurrah, this vehicle. The car will feature a 6-speed manual gearbox, a small, powerful, and naturally aspirated V12 engine, and, in a further homage to the McLaren F1, a traditional 3-seat layout. The Gordon Murray T.50 has a claimed top speed of 220 miles per hour, 354 kilometers per hour. Official acceleration numbers have not yet been released. 6. Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus price, $5,740,000. At almost double the cost of the Jesco and the Murray T.50, Bugatti's Chiron Supersport 300 Plus provides speed and power alongside the beauty that truly makes a Bugatti. Under the hood of each car, leaving this historic supercar manufacturer lie decades of expert craftsmanship and years of automotive artistry. Bugattis often go for several million, and Bugatti wants you to know that, feel that, every time you see one. The sinuous curves it wears on its sleek facade are futuristic. It gets a mind-bending 1,577 horsepower from a quad-turbocharged 8LW16 motor. Years ago, this vehicle was the first to break the then golden speed barrier of 300 miles per hour, or 483 kilometers per hour, and so, much like the most expensive car in the world, this Bugatti has a claim to fame that will never allow its value to depreciate. The Bugatti Chiron Supersport 300 Plus accelerates from 0 to 100 km per hour, 0 to 60 miles per hour, in 2.4 seconds. It reaches a top speed of just over 300 miles per hour or 483 km per hour, and, as a perk, does have a basic infotainment system that syncs with both Apple and Android products. Only 30 have ever been sold. 5. Bugatti Divo price, $6 million. Bugatti's reputation for luxurious, expensive supercars continues with the next two cars in our ranking, starting with the 2021 Divo. Bugatti's Chiron was such a success that the Divo, a car that closely follows it, has several similar features. However, the Divo is more exotic looking, and much more exclusive. Only 40 Divos will be produced and sold. Each has already been spoken for. Its updates include a better suspension, a much lighter frame for increased speed, and a new dorsal fin. Inside, the Divo houses an 8.0 LW16 engine with 4 turbochargers. As a result, the Divo has 1,500 horsepower, an acceleration of just over 0 to 100 km per hour, 0 to 62 miles per hour, in 2.4 seconds. Its top speed, 380 km per hour, or 236 miles per hour. To save as much weight as possible, Bugatti kept the inside comfort materials and infotainment to a minimum. However, the steering wheel does feature soft faux suede, and the blue and black aesthetic outside is featured inside as well. 4 Bugatti Centaur Dieci price, $9 million. A Bugatti car in the top list once again, and how couldn't it? It's one of the luxury brands. Bugatti's 2021 Centaur Dieci will be even more exclusive. Only 10 of these luxurious hypercars will be sold. Each has found a happy buyer already, despite the high price. Bugatti, already a brand known for unique bodywork and luxurious comfort features, has sought to give the Centaur Dieci everything possible to make it memorable, and completely decadent. With a 1577 HP quad-turbo W16, it may not be the fastest Bugatti currently on the road, but it is the quickest accelerating. With this car, Bugatti pays homage to the EB110, a supercar produced early in the 90s. That car didn't quite have the timing to perform as it was hoped. This car will make up for that, bringing performance and luxury to spare. Bugatti has posted a claimed 0 to 62 miles per hour, or just over 0 to 100 km per hour, acceleration of 2.4 seconds. The Centaur Dieci will have a top speed of 236 miles per hour, or 379 km per hour, distinctly less than the Chiron, but this hypercar makes up for it with its distinct modern aesthetic. 3. Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta price, $17,600,000. Originally, the production of the Zonda should have stopped years ago in favor of the Huayra. However, Pagani has come out with many special editions of the Zonda. This Zonda HP Barchetta was so named, Barchetta, because that is what it looked like to Horacio Pagani, essentially, a little boat in Italian. Its frame is entirely formed of carbon fiber for an ultralight body and zippy, speedy feel. It's blue-tinted, it has a minimized windshield, and it stands only some 21 inches tall, 0.5 meters, at its tallest. Unfortunately, the Pagani Zonda HP Barchetta is also the most expensive car that you can't buy. Only 3 vehicles were ever made of this unique, specific version of the Zonda. When last sold, one of these vehicles went for $17.6 million. As you might have guessed by now, we're getting serious here. Its acceleration is 0 to 60 miles per hour or 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 3.4 seconds. The Zonda HP Barchetta can reach a top speed of 355 km per hour or 220 miles per hour. 2. Bugatti La Voiture Noire price, $18,700,000. The French manufacturer made a brilliant branding decision when it released its latest supercar in 2019. Rather than a flashy introduction and a name meant to get attention, they went with an iconic, minimalist title, La Voiture Noire. The black car. No other description is necessary. Although, going into details doesn't interrupt the awe of this gorgeous vehicle with a sky-high price. It's got a carbon fiber shell that's sculpted by hand, a quad-turbo W16 8.10L engine that produces 1,500 horsepower, and an acceleration of 0 to 100 km per hour, 0 to 60 miles per hour, in 2.4 seconds. It has a top speed of 420 km per hour, 260 miles per hour, and its overall performance is the result of precision engineering by an auto house known for producing the most powerful cars on the planet for decades. La Voiture Noire was the most expensive new car on the market in 2019. 2 years later, no one has yet come close to knocking La Voiture Noire off its high pedestal. 1. 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO price, $70 million. For the most expensive car of all time, we turn to history. After all, if you're investing in a gorgeous supercar, it should be one that can tell you a good story. In 1964, the 250 GTO won the Tour de France automobile, marking the 9th year in a row that Ferrari won that race. Only 36 of these cars were made between 1962 and 1963. The specific Ferrari that's the most expensive in the world, at an unbelievable $70 million price point, was victorious not only in the Tour de France, but it also placed in the Le Mans. With a top speed of 174 miles per hour and an acceleration of 0 to 100 kilometers per hour, 0 to 60 miles per hour, in 6.1 seconds, its stats certainly don't thrill today's auto enthusiasts by themselves. However, in the 60s, it was the fastest in the world, and now, decades later, it remains the most expensive car in the world of all time by a long shot. Some term this beautiful car the Picasso of the motoring world. Others, the holy grail of Ferraris. What is the most expensive car ever? The 1963 Ferrari 250 GTO, and, frankly, that's unlikely to change anytime soon. If you've made it this far of the video, do hit that subscribe button. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.